even if it means sacrificing everything.
That son of a bitch off the field right now, out.
So don't ask if your dreams are crazy.
Kaepernick selfishly and single-handedly changed the whole dynamic of football, sports, and the unity those events used to provide.
Ask if they're crazy enough.
Colin Kaepernick's last game in an NFL uniform was January 1st of 2017 when a settlement was brought against the Shield and Roger Goodell and company with overwhelming evidence, allegedly, against the NFL that they colluded to keep Colin Kaepernick out of the league. They settled. Titled Dream Crazy, Nike released its advertisement with a firestorm of criticisms, most notably the 45th president of the United States.
I don't like what Nike did. I don't think it's appropriate what they did. I honor the flag. You have to stand proudly for the national anthem. Well, you shouldn't be playing. You shouldn't be there. Maybe you shouldn't be in the country.
So Trump would go on to say, I think it's a terrible message that Nike are sending and the purpose of them doing it. Maybe there's a reason for them doing it, but I think as far as sending a message, I think it's a terrible message and a message that shouldn't be sent. There's no reason for it. However, Mr. President, today, actually yesterday, it was announced that the Emmys not only nominated the ad months ago, but yesterday announced that it was winning Best Commercial. Whether folks love the ad or burn their jerseys, Nike shoes, and other products, instead of, in my view, giving to those in need, not making a statement like this, not trying to go viral for throwing shoes that someone could benefit from in a fireplace, donating to the Salvation Army, donating to Goodwill, giving to those in need. Nike still won because they earned $43 million in media exposure in 24 hours after its release. Despite the backlash, sales for the company actually increased more than 31% directly following the commercial, and their stocks reached an all-time high. Remember, though, Republicans promised a boycott of Nike. And Colin Kaepernick made his own promise, put an end to this, the Betsy Ross flag being printed on a product. Both parties agreed to spread the message of simple inclusion. So this is odd because when previously they said there would be a boycott, the Betsy Ross flag logo on a Nike shoe was released. Doug Ducey of Arizona, this guy, said that he was boycotting. Only one day later, Doug Ducey, out and about, sporting Nikes. Trump continued his attacks because of a lifelong fight, in my view, with the National Football League when Pete Rozelle refused to let Trump in, eventually losing a court battle that led to the demise of the upstart USFL and Trump and the USFL being rewarded because it was an antitrust case. It's treble. They initially won $1, so because of that, it was $3. It is where he hangs his hat, like build the wall, drain the swamp, and Hillary's emails. As long as he knows his base supports that claim, he is going to continue doing it. Because at these crowds, at these rallies, these crowds continue to cheer and boo to his accord because they simply follow their leader. It is what they do. In one corner is the president, his state-run propaganda, Fox News, and pawns like Tommy Lauren crying out for division and in some cases, massacres. In the other corner, you have someone like Colin Kaepernick, a freedom fighter, a man who gave up the allure of NFL service and rich game checks to stand with the people that are being oppressed in the name of Black Lives Matter and simply for black people to live as white people do, not being harassed by police, not being shot over a failure to signal, not being murdered in the streets of America based on the color of their skin. His Emmy win is great, but the fight, to this day, continues.